really is kind of a little bit up in the air.
Yeah, and there's always that uncertainty with teams like RNL Raw when they take a big win, but then they take losses to teams that are expected. You're uncertain of where they sit amongst the tournament. Was that an overperformance? Was that Cat Jam underperforming when they lost? You'll never really know the full outcome. So we'll find that out now in a best of 5 between Endpoint and RNL Raw as we see the players dropping into the lobby. And there it is. Takara, Slumpy and Alanis on the side of Endpoint. And we have Serac, Rose and Moxie. Moxie the sub coming in.
And we're off. Suck with the ball. Moxie's
the console player that we
okay.
So that's why we had to get the cross-platform sorted out.
Saka bringing it through.
Yeah.
Down easy for Slumpy to pick up.
Yeah, the ball's just a bit of tennis at the moment, a bit of back and forth.
Alanis, can she create something here? To the middle, nothing really to pick up on.
Ooh, a chance here for RNL Raw. Closed down early, Alanis. Good recovery from Endpoint, fast back into the play.
Alanis bringing it down now. Rosenblush, it's a fight in the middle. Alanis is there, brings it down for...
Not quite.
Not quite able to capitalise on that opportunity. Tactical demo there.
Yeah, it's really tough with these plays to try and like be creative and try things that are unorthodox, but to get them to work is always the hardest bit, especially when you don't want to overcommit. Both teams being very safe right now, not sending too many players forward. So it does mean these touches are just between two players, easily taken away. And an opportunity now for RNL Raw. A good touch from Rose here could lead to a goal. Just flops down to Kara, taking it away.
Oh,
there we go.
Rosenblush just bursts in there and gets a goal. Absolutely incredible. She seemed to come from nowhere.
Yeah, you see there, Moxie just diving into that ball into the corner, pings it towards the middle, and it caught the defense off guard. Slumpy not quite in position, a bit too close to the play. The ball over the top, and the defender behind not able to read it, and that's an opportunity there. And those kinds of goals, they're a little bit chaotic in defense, but they do
Backboard,
open up
Alanis!
opportunities. Alanis trying to block it out. Slumpy sends it middle.
Oh, okay, bring it down. Not quite.
It's tough there. Just a little bit of blocked up defense, unable to make it through the RNL Raw, tongue twister, RNL Raw defense. What we see in here.
They're bringing it down. Rosenblush just clearing it out with ease.
Yeah, it seems to be good control right now for an RNL Raw. They don't seem to be panicky at all.
No, they seem to be on top of it. I don't know why. They turn up against the big teams. They've been very confident against top seeds.
Yeah, we mentioned before about the lack of pressure there is for them. They can just enjoy these games, and sometimes that's enough to allow you to perform at your very best. And for Endpoint, there's so much pressure on them. They need to win this game. They should be winning this game in their minds. So they're going to be feeling the nerves a little bit more here. As we're about halfway through the game, 1-0 to RNL Raw. Still plenty of time for Endpoint to work out how to break down this defense. So far, it's been met very easily by RNL Raw. They've covered all bases.
Slumpy now. Moving it to the middle. Rosenblush just easily clearing it out there. Alanis with the long ball. Saka, Rosenblush getting the ball.
It's just sort of back and forth at the moment. They're down the sideline. Nothing too threatening.
It just seems like end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's really the key right now is good structure from RNL Raw. They're not allowing anything easy through, no mistakes as well, which always helps. And with that, you tend to see the creativity required from Endpoint to break through. And this could be an opportunity right here. That little tip-on from Slumpy could have broken down the defense. Alanis following it up. Now a chance.
Alanis!
Just
could have just missed it off the side there.
It was a hard read. Dakara's touch, hard to judge.
Trying to go again. Saka easily takes it out. Alanis now, the game maker, the game inventor. She's very, very dynamic in this game. She's been throughout the whole competition. Will she be able to create something here?
Sure, it's struggle town right now for Endpoint. They're really feeling the pressure of that scoreboard, the 1-0, making them feel like they have to force a goal. There's a chance there, bobbles away. Moxie
the backboard
able to clear it away, and we can just see under the... Got to try and get it out. Can they clear it away? The speed from Endpoint right now, just keeping it in over and over again.
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure on in the other end. 1 minute left remaining.
Big clear, very nice.
Tucker now. Slumpy. Can they create something here? Alanis now moving the board towards the center. Rosenblush just easily clearing it. Slumpy going again. Alanis now didn't win the 50-50. It's now in the other end.
Oh, what a touch from Slumpy. Doesn't catch Moxie off guard. We're just seeing this, the lack of passing plays from Endpoint we expect them to do, and they're just not quite stringing together the quality of offense we're used to from them, and they might give away a goal here. Slumpy clears it away. A few more chances now for Endpoint. Only 15 seconds remaining. Can they do it? At the moment, they're having to defend first.
This is not what we expected to see.
Takara
5
intercepted.
seconds left. Alanis just keeping them.
Final chance here. And it's down straight away. RNL Raw.
Raw.
Who would have thought, eh?
Not the result I was expecting.
Not at all. RNL Raw coming through with that 1-0, an early goal. That early pressure in the corner led to a loose ball in the middle that they scored, and they just defended brilliantly from there on out.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you said about the pressure being off and RNL Raw just sort of having fun with it, and like Endpoint just seemed to be like crumbling a little bit under the pressure. They didn't really make any opportunities. It was really an interesting game. It was similar, I feel, to their position against Catjam, where they just sort of froze and didn't really create any opportunities. And yeah, maybe we're going to have a repeat of that performance. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for me was Endpoint looked nervous and wooden. Like, the way they were playing was very basic stuff. They're just hitting the ball away, losing control of it over and over again, using a lot of boost to do not very much. Whereas when they start to take control of it, you know, just draw in, soak up some pressure, it'll create that space for them. And hopefully they adapt to that in the next game and they start to be a bit more comfortable holding the ball rather than feeling that need to just rush it away every time, which is a typical nervous habit that people build up. We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, this is going to be an important bounce back now for Endpoint. They dropped that first game. RNL Raw, this could be an upset for them. They've got that game in the bank now, but this is a chance now for Endpoint to wake up and play the level that they know they can. And nothing against them. Obviously, RNL Raw, a valiant opponent, really showing up at this moment. But Endpoint really need to find their next gear.
Endpoint now coming forward, pushing.
That's
Different
the one.
play, Alanis, but fantastic save there.
This is more like it from Endpoint. They've come out aggressive early, keeping the ball close. Oh, it's going to be an intercept. A chance here.
Yeah.
Shot on target.
Oh, what a
Rose.
goal. Rosenblush is just absolutely capitalizing on the loss of the 50-50 there, and just off the side, takes it into the back of the net. Fantastic play.
Amazing. Just that three-person play coming back to bite them. One intercept is all it takes then. They really need to start taking players out of the game. At the moment, they're doing stuff for the sake of doing it. They're not taking away RNL Raw's resources.
Will they get another goal here? Wow, just off the bat again. RNL Raw just absolutely taking it to Endpoint here.
So much confidence from them.
I know, it's fantastic to see. Let's see if there's a reply from Endpoint here. Alanis. Double tap off the ball, but it didn't go there. It was for Slumpy!
What a shot from Slumpy on the volley, sends it below the crossbar. Alanis, the creator of that goal, that double tap really scrambling the defense. And that shot is harder than it looks. Slumpy meeting it in the air, no bounce, sends it to the top of the net, nice and powerfully, and that's 1-1.
Fantastic goal from Slumpy, but again, the origins was Alanis there, making it, creating it.
Should be safe. Just got to be patient here.
Oh, the double tap of the board.
Keeping that pressure on. Moxie being very aggressive for some of their challenges. Almost like that confidence that we spoke about is coming through with the challenges. They're going earlier than most would expect. And it means that they're catching Endpoint off guard. And that's been mostly Moxie that's been able to do that and led to that first goal in the first game. Chance now for Endpoint as they take it around the corner. Just got to try and beat that last defender. Got to keep it close to do so. If you send it too far, they're just going to read it. Chances here. Endpoint don't seem to be that creative right now.
No, they don't. They're creating opportunities around their post, but they're not really capitalizing on them.
Yeah, they're very much like one pacing every touch at the moment. Oh, you see the confidence there from Rose, just coming in trying to block that one out. Yeah, the one pace thing I was speaking about, every ball they're hitting hard. They're not mixing it up. They're not slowing it down, taking control. They're just banging it as hard as possible, and then consequently the defense sitting nice and deep and reading it.
Slumpy now, bringing it to the center. Lionesses loses the 50-50, but Taraka is there off the backboard. Is there a player to meet it? No, but Rosenblush just pushes through there, but it doesn't really come or amount too much. Rosenblush now, Taraka trying to move it into the center. Again, no players there from Endpoint. Rosenblush keeping it high. Will she be able to get it down? Lionesses is there to block, bringing it to the center again.
Chance to breathe. Nice big clear. That 50 sent it away, gave him a bit of time. And
Slumpy though!
Oh, just too low on the shot. Just sending it straight into the keeper, and they're going to get a free counter-attack opportunity. I want to see what Lionesses can do in the air here. A little bit of a solo play. See that early challenge from Moxie's really throwing them off. One in defense. Can it be beaten with his final touch? Chance for Lionesses to come in and keep that pressure on. You can see the boost is disappearing here for RNL Raw.
Slumpy off the middle, but Tarka's there!
Takara coming in.
Takara, what a goal!
Finishing it off. You see Slumpy off the sidewall, really breaking them down. You see the difference in pace of the touch there. Just that cute touch into the middle. Sends it down to the player. Low on boost, defense can't do anything.
The back of the car, the disrespect with the back of the car.
Chance to respond straight away. And this has been the story of today so far. In the other semi-final, we watched a lot of kickoff goals go through, especially to level the score after going down straight away. But plenty of time left, only 2-1. Can RNL Raw keep this upset train going?
Oh, beautiful set piece there. Didn't quite work out for them, but, you know, RNL Raw are trying.
Double chance. Just missed out on Lionesses. Trying to keep that ball in. It's just not anyone able to follow it up. Don't want to overcommit at this stage. Keeping that deep third to make sure they get the clears.
Lionesses keeping the ball, winning the 50-50 twice. Taking it round. Well, not quite able to get it to drop. Slumpy was there, but it didn't really come to anything.
I like that, the change-up, trying to go for those 50-50s rather than outplay every time, because the moment you outplay one player, there's often another one of your opponents waiting just behind it, ready to clean it up. So waiting for them to come to you can often be the greatest way to draw players out of the game.
We now got 45 seconds left. It's 2-1, but Slumpy makes it 3-1. What a goal. Absolutely incredible. Endpoint have woken up and said, you know, you roar at me, but I roar back.
That was beautiful there from Endpoint. Using the opponents to pass to them. Bait them in, draw them in, make them hit it to where your teammates are and get that free opportunity. Clinical finish from Slumpy. This is more what we expected. You see they've settled down. They're trying to play a little bit more intelligent. The first game it was very panicky. And this is typical in Rocket League. We often see the higher seed teams drop the first game as they come in a little bit panicked. And this is the adjustment from Endpoint. Settled down, ready to take this game. But a chance here. It's 3-2 now. Moxie getting the breakaway. An opportunity to score on net there.
Keeping the pressure on. Keeping the pressure on with 19 seconds to go. Do you think there'll be an overtime situation?
There's always a chance. And you can just see there from the touch from Rose. It was so clinical, the way they use their dodge there. It shows that they're calm, that they're relaxed, they're enjoying it. And that's going to be the difference maker potentially here. If they do take it to overtime, shot just wide. Lionesses have to try and clean it up. Sent to the middle. Creativity there.
Lionesses now.
Just missing out on the opportunity. This is the final chance here. This double tap's going to be tough. And that ball's going to drop down. Endpoint going to be taking game 2.
Nice.
Solid performance.
Solid performance, yes. It has been absolutely incredible to watch these two teams face off against each other, and it's getting interesting.
Yeah, I think the way Endpoint recovered their nervous gameplay from the first game really showed through there. I think there's still another level for them, and I think you really can tell with the quality of the touches they're going for. They start to integrate some more varied paces, sometimes drawing them in, going for 50s and things like that, and that led to a few of their goals and good opportunities. It's very easy in Rocket League, and you often see it in ranked 3s. It's the classic thing where people just boom the ball away because they don't want to have time on the ball, they don't have to control it because they're nervous, they don't want to have to be the person who does the big play. But when you're playing in tournaments like this, every one of those Endpoint players needs to step up and take control of that ball and take as many players out of the game as possible. And that's what Raw are doing. They're comfortable with playing in that boomy gameplay and capitalizing it a little bit. So still close. Raw have to try and step up still, but Endpoint's starting to settle in, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Endpoint have really settled. You saw that kind of shaky game the first game, which they conceded, but now they're more foundationally solid. You saw the set pieces coming out; they're just a lot more clinical, like you said. And yeah, we'll see what RNL Raw reply with here. So we got the next match coming up.
Starting with the double diagonal kickoff here, and we'll see the reset of the score. 0-0, 5 minutes to play. Who's going to be the one to go ahead early? And if it's anything like last game, Endpoint came out strong and really set the pressure off as fast as possible. And you see that's a good opportunity now for a counter-attack from Raw. A good 50 could lead to something, but it does go to safety. Rose going to try and do some fancy mechanics. Sidewall read. Opportunity. Moxie off the corner. Chances coming through.
Rosenblush bring it into the center, but Slumpy's just there waiting.
Oh, very good there.
Oh, beautiful play.
You see that from Slumpy, just the 50-50 in the middle and then clearing out completely to let Takara come in and take out that last player. Moxie found a little bit far up as the final player. But to be fair to them, they had a lot to do as the last.
Yeah.
So 1-0.
1-0. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Will there be a quick reply from RNL Raw? Let's have a look. Lionesses! Oh, what a save by Sarek there.
Yeah, just not quite enough power, but it was an unexpected touch to the middle from RNL Raw that I don't think Lionesses was quite expecting. Just kept the pressure on. I like the flip reset there, keep control of it. This is what we were saying about before, is the amount of overly hit touches are reducing in frequency from Endpoint. They're trying to take control a bit more often. Oh, what a little bop from Moxie, a little doink on the goal line.
Fantastic. Quick reply. 1-1, 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go.
Oh, shout out to Cole and Stumpy, two Rocket League casters who love a doink. I don't know if they're watching right now. If they are, there you go. There's a little doink for you. As that was on the goal line, that final little touch, impossible to read really. It's just so unpredictable. And Moxie was rotating out and then suddenly decided, you know what, I'm going to turn back in and have another go.
Looks like she's trying to do it again here. Lionesses now pushing through, trying to get one back. But Rosenblush easily clearing it. Goes down to Takara. Keeps it high, but it doesn't really amount to much. But Slumpy's there. Tactical demo. It goes into the center, but doesn't come to any Endpoint player. Rosenblush keeping it high. Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
You see there the play from Rose to Moxie, back to Rose in the end. Almost saved the shot. On their follow-through. Quite lucky to keep that one on target. But yeah, that little solo play on the sidewall really setting up an opportunity. It seems like Moxie loves to come in and clean up after the teammates.
She likes to Moxie up.
I'm pretty sure you had your dad quote of the day earlier on. So we'll see what happens here. 2-1. And we'll swiftly move on from that.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. All to play for here. RNL Raw really coming back at Endpoint.
I would say the mechanics are looking stronger on RNL Raw as well. Individually, they all look amazing.
just pushing it in, dipping it down. Fantastic goal.
And I say that as a missed touch from Sarah, and you see Lionesses just coming in. The flick over to that first challenge needs to come out earlier to force something so the keeper could make it, but off the back of a mistake, sometimes the defense is scrambled and you can't quite read it. But 2-2 the score line.
Moxie trying a quick reply there, but Slumpy's just there to sweep it up. Bringing it down to Kara now, pushing. What can we create here? But Moxie, again, just pushes it out. Slumpy now with the ball. Pushing it more towards the center. Sakara, though, intercepting. Takara clearing it.
See these like aerial plays that we're seeing from the RNL Raw, they seem a lot more comfortable right now, and you know that speaks of the expectations of this game. Endpoint will be feeling a little bit more tense. You can see it in some of the aerial plays. That's why I think they're sticking to the ground plays like we saw earlier from Lionesses, a little less highly mechanical. They can focus on doing those a bit more consistently. See a chance here, Rose.
Rosenblush just pushes it.
Almost.
Off off the backboard.
Oh, another miss.
Takara's there.
Oh, these misses from CeX.
Lionesses!
That's the second goal off the back of a miss in the midfield, and that's going to be a great breakaway for Endpoint. Takara putting it awkwardly into the corner. Makes it really tough for Rose, and Lionesses comes and cleans it up.
Fantastic work. Lionesses has been the kind of MVP throughout this competition. Just creating plays, just being there, just you know, making the miss hit. Like, some incredible work from Lionesses.
Yeah, and it's one of those tough ones in Rocket League. Do you play with confidence to the point where you might miss because you're going for something that's a little bit risky? Or do you go for the safer options where you might not get as many opportunities? And what I love about RNL Raw is they're really trying things that are pushing their own ability. And that's something that you can see in these bigger games could pan out in their favour. They've scored some amazing goals, and we see it again here. Rose really trying stuff here. He's got the opportunity in the middle. He's going to go for the fake!
Fake, and what a goal! Rose and Blushes absolutely faking it out, bringing it down, just rolling it in.
I love
Lionesses
that.
not sure what to do and just takes it, creeps it past. Fantastic play.
With the little wiggles, faking that mid-pass as well, and just lets the ball roll the whole way. I love a play like that. A little fake 2v1 on the breakaway. And this is exactly what we're talking about. We want to see RNL Raw playing with confidence, trying things, pushing themselves. And they're really doing that right now as we see CeX off the sidewall, trying something a little bit spicy. Doesn't quite work out, but teammates there to clean up. Shot opportunity. So much pressure here from Raw.
Takara now pushing it out. Slumpy's there. Oh, but Rosenblush is just there to pick it up. A great opportunity. 1 minute left. Moxie now. Moxie's been a great creator for RNL Raw. Lionesses pushes it out.
Oh, there's a chance Lionesses.
Is Lionesses going to do back? Not quite. Trying the trick, but it didn't quite work out.
Loves those ground plays, Lionesses, trying to just dribble it through. Bit of a misclear here from Takara. Rose now in the air. Tries to get the flip reset, doesn't quite get it, but again, got to try these things. We see that ball breaking away. Good control in defense. They're tracking back so fast. That's the key right now. You're going to go for
bringing
these
it
big
down
plays.
for Lionesses. It bounces. Will it creep in? Oh, fantastic save from Takara.
20 seconds left. Goal now could secure the game. This is the game to go ahead to make it 2-1 in the series. It's a very powerful spot to be in a best of 5. You've got 2 match points. Either of these teams going to get it in this final moment. Don't want to overcommit just in case the breakaway. Slumpy
with a big ball off the back part. Takara's there though.
Straight
off
down.
The backboard. Oh, shot Lionesses! Fantastic in the last second. Secures the win. 4-3. Fantastic.
What a pass as well from Takara, putting it in that spot where it's so hard to read from the defensive point of view, but Lionesses reads it, hits it on the volley. That ball can't touch the ground, because if it does, that would be going to overtime. The final goal there, 0 seconds, 4-3, Endpoint go to match point.
That was crazy. That last goal was beautiful, and oh man, this has been a real invigorating game.
Close game as well, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. We heard on the analyst couch beforehand, it was, well, it could be 3-1. You know, that's what it was in the Swiss stage. Endpoint in favour 3-1. You know, the way these two are playing, this wouldn't surprise me if it went to game 5, because it's so close. 1-goal games. Either team could take it, but Endpoint definitely settling into it, so you do worry for Raw whether they've got the ability to keep up with that.
Yeah, it's like they get better every game. Every game they get more settled. Every game they calm down more, and it's just making RNL Raw have to bring their A game even more, and they have, making these games very close.
Lionesses has stepped up big time. Some huge plays, and that final goal there, one of many. Takara looking to be a bit more of a facilitator, just hitting the ball to the teammates. And I love to see that too. You know, sometimes keeping possession is one of the hardest things to do under pressure, and Takara really trying to do that. So we'll see what the adaptations are in game 4. But Raw so close there in that game 3.
They were so close. It was like goal, then another side, and then another side, and it's just like mounting up and mounting up. Draw. I really thought it might go into overtime.
Yeah, I'm really liking the way RNL Raw are playing right now. It's really putting a lot of pressure on Endpoint. They're getting there quick, they're playing fast, playing confident. And you see moments like this, that confidence comes through, almost leads to a goal.
Lionesses is just there to pick it up though, bringing it through. Slumpy now, will they be able to create something with a cross? Rosenblush is there to pick it up, bringing it through to the middle. Takara again with the Lionesses off the backboard. Takara again on goal, but not quite. Rosenblush pushing it through, keeping it high. Slumpy bringing it down, and Rosenblush pushes it in for RNL Raw. Fantastic play.
Yeah, just that 50-50 Rosenblush coming through and just really finding that way to send it the whole distance. Because of the fact it pinched with the offensive player, it made it so hard for Slumpy. Found himself a little bit too far forward. And that's the downside of these passing plays. If they don't work out, too committed, leaves one alone for a while, and it can be quite tough to defend. Good 50.
Good 50. It's pushing out Slumpy, trying to get it to the other end here. Keeping it on the ground. Takara taking advantage of that stop. Alanis now trying to get it through to the center, off the backboard. There's no Endpoint team member to pick it up. Rosenblush now looking for a chance for RNL Raw.
Well, this is dangerous. Chance for Endpoint. Misread off the back wall. Thankfully, the player tracking back just able to clean it up in the midfield. It's just been so good by Raw. They've been covering for each other, and the rare chances that a miss comes through, and you see the bump play attempt. Keeps Alana's static, sets up a bottom right corner shot, and we see RNL Raw go up 2. You see there Alanis having to back off just to avoid that bump. And that's the second time now we've seen Alanis alone in the 2v1, left in a really tough position with a near impossible situation.
It is now 2-0, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go to RNL Raw. Takara now coming with the quick reply, but it doesn't quite pan out. Rosenblush now trying to make something, loses the 50-50. Moxel just picking it up there, but there's a tap on from Slumpy that makes it 2-1. RNL Raw still winning, but what fantastic play. Alanis sets up the ball and Slumpy just puts it in the bottom corner.
I've seen a few of those from Slumpy in this series so far. Loves to be upfield, get those redirects, getting under it, tipping it on. That one just guiding it towards the net nice and fast. So bringing it back, plenty of time. We know the firepower that Endpoint has. I mean, last game there's 7 goals in total, so we know there's always opportunities to score. But
Alanis bringing it down for Slumpy. Can they bring it down? They're fighting there in the corner. It's on the line. Gets cleared off by Sakara.
So unlucky there. That ball off the crossbar and away. A good friend of mine calls that a Gregan shot.
Yeah, it was right on the line there. Unfortunate. It didn't quite tip over. But at the other end now. Slumpy clearing it perfectly.
I think at this stage we've got to look at RNL Raw and think, are they just playing for the 2-1 now? Because when they went up 2-0, they stopped being as offensive. They're not trying to score any more goals, but can you hold out an Endpoint offense for the rest of the game? I think they need to try and create some opportunities. Otherwise, they will be stuck in defense for the rest of this game.
Alanis now trying to make something. Takara with a shot on goal. It hits. Alanis is there, hits the bar again. And then there's a post. Oh my gosh.
Nothing
absolutely incredible teamwork there. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but they were absolutely gunning for goal here.
Yeah, just trying to make sure those shots are point perfect. You know, if they're anywhere near the centre, there would be a keeper able to save them away. So perhaps a little bit more breakdown required. They need to get rid of these defenders before they start focusing on shooting. So Takara going to take control on the right side, gets past one. Makes it awkward for the second. Chance for Endpoint now. Slumpy off the back wall. Miss clear. No boost in the tank for the 2 offensive players, so the final shot will be saved away.
Oh, what a goal. Slumpy. Again, it seems to just come from nowhere. Going back, Alanis hits it, taps out, but then Slumpy's there again just to push it in.
Yeah, I like the fact that Endpoint was so spread out there with their offense. It gave them the time to recover and come back in and keep that pressure on with the next touch. You could see that how that allowed Slumpy to come in and get that final shot. So 2-2 now. As we mentioned, you can't defend against this team forever. They'll eventually find a way to break through, especially when they start putting the shots on target.
Moxie trying to make something here. Sakara off the back wall, bringing it down, tap in for Rosenblush, making it 3-2. Fantastic teamwork from RNL Raw.
Look at this centering just off the back wall, just reads the roll down, and Rose covering that back post. Slumpy again positioned a little bit too close to the front post, but you just don't expect a little tip on like that, and that's the great offense that we know RNL Raw are capable of. And you can see just the difference in their attitude once they went back to 2-2. They started thinking, right, we've got to start scoring again, and it came through in the gameplay here.
They're still coming at Endpoint here.
A miss!
But there's a misstep and Slumpy scores. The quick reply. Endpoint are pros at the quick reply. They go down a goal, they come back.
And that's beautiful from Takara actually there, just keeping that ball close in the middle, so Slumpy's first to it. I think Moxie thought they could get to that quicker, and then when they noticed Takara hadn't hit it that hard, it suddenly fell in the lap of Slumpy, so they're able to beat them out in that 1v1, and those little misreads can be the difference maker, and it's so good from Endpoint. They're creating these opportunities to their own favour, and off the kickoff here, Takara to Slumpy, off the 50-50, straight into the net.
Goal. It's incredible. Like, you feel like RNL Raw are letting the game get away from them a little bit now.
Yeah, I think it's the challenge game that's really stepped up for Endpoint there, putting it in their favour. I mentioned Takara looking to facilitate quite a lot. They've been going in favour of the teammates, very much so at this stage. Shot high and away. A few more chances here for RNL Raw, but that 1-goal deficit will make it tough for them.
They're really trying here. Sakara trying to get the ball, win the 50-50. Moxie now bringing it down, but no one's there to meet it. Takara now pushing forward. Off the side, Alanis is in the centre. Alanis waits, pushes back off the sideboard for Slumpy. It's just picked up by Sakara. Alanis again trying to go for goal. Kind of fighting by herself for the moment.
Chance here for RNL Raw. Slumpy.
Slumpy just picks it up.
Read it straight away. I think that was a pre-jump challenge from Slumpy there, coming in. Getting up so early. A few chances here. This could be a chance. Double tap missed. Shot opportunity not quite there.
10 seconds. Tactical demo there. There's Alanis. She's almost by herself in the end. She bring it down. But again, there's no Endpoint member to meet it.
It's just been so tough for them. They're really trying to force a goal in this final moment. Can they get a 0-second goal of themselves? But they can't. They sent it down, and Endpoint going to take that game.